Hello and a warm welcome to the TNC Podcast. The new championship season starts this week and Norwich are going into it calm, considered. Nothing going wrong, Chris Reeve.
No. New month, new hopes, new optimism.
New month, we're in August.
Speaking of which,
time to change the calendar.
It's time to change the calendar. So,
we've gone from Callum Fisher.
Callum Fisher was July. We turn it over to August. Ben Gibson.
Another masterclass from the calendar creators at Norwich City. Ben Gibson of Stoke City now.
This is going to be a really tasty podcast, isn't it, Jack? We've got a lot to get our teeth stuck into. But let's kick it off. It wouldn't be TNC without turning into QVC with the plugs of the pod.
Yes.
What have we got?
Well, we have a new merch store. And lots of new merch. And thank goodness we've got new merch because we're basically having to take everything off of our old merch store, including Gabby Sara mugs, Jonny Rowe t-shirts, and etc. So we've decided to go for some evergreen merchandise that won't have to come down when our hearts are broken because some big European club has come in for our players.
And by the way, if you haven't checked out the TNC merch store yet, go and check it out. We have ordered ours, haven't we?
Yes.
And we will be sporting them on the next podcast.
Yep.
Brilliant stuff. Go and check out the clobber. Links in the description, all that
Links
stuff.
in the description. All proceeds go to our caffeine fund to keep us...
Lakens.
Lakens, caffeine, depending on the Norwich City results. So well done. Yes.
Next is...
Premier League Fantasy Football. We're back with a bang. We're doing it for Big C again. Last year we raised close enough to £2,000 for Big C. Tenner entry, trophies to the league winner and the cup winner. If you think you're good at fantasy football, come and have a go.
Yeah.
Chris Reeve's awful, so you'll definitely beat him.
Yeah,
so you won't finish last. You're donating money to charity. You're having a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a literal win-win.
And also, you might win some silverware.
The trophies are great, by the way.
There's some legit silverware here. So if you are into fantasy football,
Yeah.
get entering. Will you put the link in the description?
Yes,
to that?
I will. There is only one rule, Chris Reeve.
What?
You're not allowed Ipswich Town players in your team.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Last plug is a plug from me, actually.
Okay.
I just want to do a very special shout out on this podcast.
Oh.
I was at a wedding the weekend.
Good wedding?
Yeah, so good. So good.
Excellent.
Yeah, really, as you'd expect, full on.
Good. Yep.
And I want to say a special shout out to a fine Norfolk man called Spenny. A man in his 50s, and he watches TalkNorwichCity podcast every week.
Okay.
Guess where?
In the kitchen.
In the bath.
Oh.
Yeah, in the bath. So
is that a good thing?
So Spenny, hello.
Hello from the bar.
And I sincerely hope you don't get too excited.
Well, I sincerely hope there's plenty of bubble bath in there.
Watching us in the bath. What's on the agenda this week, Jack? Where do we begin?
What isn't on the agenda, Chris? And you, as you say, you were at a wedding at the weekend. You said, look, I'm off grid. I'm going to have a good time. I'll speak to your mum then. I was like, you know what? Great. Nothing's going to happen over the weekend. You have a good time. I'll go on the golf course, stress-free.
Oh, dear.
I log onto my phone. First tweet I see, Chris Reeve. I'm thinking, oh, something's happened. We've just sold our best player. I didn't want to hear from you.
I know.
I didn't want to hear from you, and the news that you've told me is bad news.
No, and I didn't. It was the news that I never wanted to put out there.
Did that ruin your weekend?
Well, it was getting towards the end of the night of the wedding that I was at, so I was already drunk and loving life.
Okay.
And almost a bit, at the time at the wedding where you're almost like emotional that it's coming to an end because the whole day is full of love and joy and happiness. And then I get a message.
Is that where the hangover begun?
And then sharp decline. And then like the whiskey had kicked in and the Lakens and everything that I'd consumed, Prosecco, etc.
Bad place to be.
Gabby's gone, 100%, Chris.
Mate.
And that was that.
I thought with age and the trauma that we have been through as Norwich City fans, selling, I don't know, Hucks and Buendia and Wes and Holty, Madison, the list goes on. We're at the bottom of the food chain. This stuff happens.
Yeah.
I've always thought, maybe when I was like 15, that once I've got to the ripe old age I am now, that this stuff wouldn't hurt anymore.
Yes.
Because I've been through it and I know there's a way through it.
Yes.
It hurts more now.
Yes.
And I knew this was coming. We knew that we'd sell Sarah, right?
Yeah.
I'd almost gone through the grief before it had happened. No, I hadn't.
Mate, speaking of that, I've been applying this filter to quote old Queen Elizabeth, God rest her soul.
Wow.
She said that...
Never sell your best players.
She said that grief is the price we pay for love. And I think we should all apply this to the Gabby Sara situation. We loved him so much, and that is why we're feeling how we're feeling about him.
I would have got...
Are we going to go into Gabby right now, or should we actually talk about the agenda?
Well, we can talk more about the Queen if you want.
Right, because we've signed a new player, a defender. We've got Oxford.
I'm just looking at this run order.
We had a brilliant pre-season game.
I'll be honest, I'm overwhelmed by this run order.
Oh, sorry, mate. Too much this week.
We've got Gabby Sarah to discuss.
Yeah.
We're filming this sort of afternoon Monday.
Yes.
We're going to discuss Jonny Rowe, but God knows where that situation is going to be by the time you're watching this. We've made a signing, Big Ben. There's a couple more signings that will probably happen maybe even before this podcast's release.
Yes.
We got battered by another German side.
Yes.
And we play Oxford this weekend.
At least this time they kept it all in the pants.
That we know of.
True.
That we know of. So...
Yes.
Look, we've got to start with Gabby Sara.
Yes.
28 goal contributions last year. Best player, first name on the team sheet.
Yeah.
Galatasaray.
And you can't blame him, can you? It's just a huge club.
Let's start with the transfer fee. Because...
do we have to?
Yeah, no, we do. Because you've obviously been... you were very close with Gabby's camp. I think that's... Yes. I think we can say that publicly. So prices have been quoted by yourself, the Pinken, the English press, and then the information that was released by Galatasaray themselves was different. So where are we at with how much have we made from Gabby Sara? Can we, will it be able to?
Yeah. Well, look, it's been really it's been interesting for me to cover actually, Jack, because it's the first time that I've been involved. I know that we sold Milo Rashica, etc., but.
Milo Rashica.
With so much love and respect, I don't think we cared. But with Gabby, he's our best player, right? We've just lost our best player, so we all care so much.
Yes.
And we all have expectations of where the fee should be. Now, I didn't realise, Jack, until this transfer that there's various laws in Turkey. There's various laws with having a club on the stock exchange, where they have to declare the initial fee, but that's the only thing that they're obliged to declare, right? So they've declared 18 million euros, right? And then obviously if you do the currency exchange on that, it ends up at what it ends up as. Do the maths.
And the fact, just to interject, Chris, that it's, I think everyone's getting in their knickers in a twist that it was in instalments. That's just that's common practice, right?
Yes, it is. Have
any of you played Football Manager before?
Well, clearly not, Jack. But let's make that so clear, because there is a massive misunderstanding. And by the way, that's okay. I really don't want to come across as condescending or patronising, because football fans are football fans. We enjoy football to be entertained by it, to watch the stars of the show. This is the stuff I hate, right?
Accountancy.
We've all turned into bloody chartered accountants, yeah? And there's only one accountant I listen to, and that's Azov Digital Accountants. Link in the description. Big up those sponsors.
Very smooth, Chris.
Thank you, mate. So look, I hate talking about the numbers. Is exactly why I trust Azov Digital Accountants with my numbers. Anyway, back to the Gabby Sara fee, right? The instalments thing, which Galatasaray have disclosed. As a fan, you read it and you go, because you're initially looking at that, naturally, you're looking at that big fee up front, and even if it is 18 million euros, you're going, great, brilliant. That's his replacement, right? But actually, I think it might be, forgive me, I've forgotten now. It was a late night last night trying to mute my notifications from Galatasaray fans melting. Is it either 5 instalments or 9 instalments?
I think it was 9 instalments over 3 years.
Right, okay. So
or 6
I'm already thinking, so we get our first instalment. Is that enough to spend on a replacement? That's a question. I don't know.
Well, it covers Shane Duffy's wages for a few months.
Look, the whole money thing around Gabby Sarah, but I can really understand why fans are frustrated with this, Jack, because, and we said it on this podcast famously, Gabby Sarah would be our first £50 million player.
Should have been.
And to be fair, I'll dig my heels in on that. I don't think we're wrong.
We didn't specify the currency.
Yeah, but I think what's happened...
50 million Kenyan shillings.
I think what's happened is Norwich have accepted the first acceptable offer.
Acceptable, the key one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's because they want it done early, because then there is a chance that then they will be able to bring in reinforcements. As I understand it at the moment, we can all be optimistic that they are going to bring in reinforcements, and Ben Napper has highlighted a replacement for Gabby Sara. So look, we can be downbeat, and that's okay. But at the same time, we haven't kicked the ball in the league season yet. The transfer window is still open. There's still time for Ben Napper to do some business and bring in reinforcements. If we don't, I'm very worried.
Yeah.
But all I can say is what I've been told, that it will be okay.
I think, you know in the back of your mind that Sarah, at some point, and maybe not instantly, we will find the new Gabby Sarah in whatever form. It's happened with Maddison, Wes, Holty. The list goes on.
But at the time,
At the time, it really hurts.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating that we are where we are in the football, food chain.
Yes.
Where you find a gem on a good transfer fee, you develop them. Because Sarah wasn't the finished article when we first signed him. I remember watching a few games early on and going, there's a lot of work to be done here. And he blossomed into one of the best players I've ever seen play at Carrow Road for Norwich City. He was marvellous. Mm-hmm. So then to and this is the other thing. Norwich to Galatasaray, let's take our yellow and green glasses off, is a massive step up.
Huge.
55,000 seater, European football.
Champions League
football.
football.
The Turks are mental about football.
Yeah.
Did you see the camera crews
at
the
it.
airport? It's a different world, okay?
Brilliant.
Imagine sort of Paddy and Connor at Norwich Airport, right?
They should do. Connor,
they should
I know
do.
you watched this. You know what, Connor? I'm disappointed in you. I know he's listening. Connor, I want you at bloody Norwich Airport, my man.
The cash they're making from the Pink and subscriptions.
Bring your dog.
Yeah? Come on, Paddy. Get down to the departures. Yeah?
Love the Pink.
I want Big Ben snapped. Anyway, it's heartbreaking. And we knew it was going to happen. Do I think we got enough money for him? No, I don't.
I agree.
Do I understand why we've accepted it? Yes, I do.
Yes.
It's just that shit situation
I'm with you.
You're going to have to sell your best.
And we already, and I think we need to realign our expectations, because at the end of the last season we said, well, we're stuffed. We're going to lose Sargent, Rowe, Sarah, Gunny. We listed it on this podcast, and of course. But, we might also keep most of those players, right? So we might, right? So let's try to stay calm. And it's easy said and done, and I find it more difficult than most, I know. Best Gabby Sarah moment?
Millwall away.
Fuck me.
Because
totally with you.
I think you forget at that moment, we were both at Millwall. We weren't sitting together, but we were both there. And that was a game, if you think back, it was like, if we win this, playoffs are on. And I know things happen, but it was that moment, it was the goal, it was the moment of going, well, that attack's over to, fuck, he's just put it top bins. It was just a moment of magic. Yeah. Rotherham at home last season, top corner.
What a goal that was, by the way.
I was watching kind of highlights back last night, just sort of through my tears, and goals and I'd forgotten about, because there were so many great moments. Look, Gabby Sara, I think, first of all, marvellous footballer.
Yes.
Feel so lucky I was able to watch him week in, week out. Second of all, great bloke, fantastic morals.
Yes. Yes.
And the fact that we'd never really heard too many rumours before the deal's done, I think shows his professionalism. He was never forcing a move. He was never throwing his toys out the pram.
Nope.
Went about his business, played good football, big clubs comes in, gets sold. In terms of professionalism,
yeah, and I can completely testify to that. Such a lovely family, genuinely loved Norfolk. I remember before he started to pick up, he didn't have his dogs, and he brought his dogs over from Brazil, and then all of a sudden he started to perform again, which I love about Gabby. Ever the professional, so happy, so humble. Wish him all the best.
Yeah.
And actually, in a funny sort of way, as I put on my X account when it happened, Jack, he was the trailblazer signing from South America. He was the one that we bought in. Yeah. And actually, what the club have now done is they've shown, right, We'll pluck you from Brazil. We'll expose you to the UK market. We will turn you into a brilliant player.
Yeah.
And then we'll sell you for loads to a massive club and you'll go on in the Premier League or the Champions League, whatever. And that's okay. Yeah. And I think actually, as hard as it is for fans to hear that, to consume that, to think about that, as you say, Jack, that's the reality of where Norwich City are on the food chain. We will not progress up this food chain with so much love and respect to Dealer and Michael until the Atanasios have full control.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
and so therefore, let's try to enjoy these players whilst we have them.
Absolutely. And as you say, the kind of the transition to this new era, whatever this new era is, Brazilian in yellow and green, brilliant, great chant. Wish Gabby Sara the best, and I'm absolutely gutted he's going. So, from last week's podcast, I was feeling quite upbeat, and then Saturday we get pumped by St. Pauli, having just conceded 3 goals in 35 minutes.
Oh, what is that all about?
Sunday, Gabby Sarah's sold. Monday morning, fresh week, I wake up with a spring in my step, my morning coffee, I'm looking out to blue skies going, this is the week, the championship gets underway, the squad is kind of coming together, Leeds are in for Jonny Rowe. And that's just ruined my week. It has.
Well, my week was ruined when I saw Gabby Sara in the Galatasaray shirt looking like he'd become president of Turkey.
Everything's going wrong, Chris.
But look, it does feel like... It does feel like at the moment fans are getting smashed in the face by crap news.
I don't want to open Twitter.
Just in case.
I don't, because I keep seeing @Chris Revo tweeting bad news.
Well, look. Piercy was at it from the Telegraph with regards to Jonny Rowe.
He's getting blocked.
That's normally, he's a reliable journalist. That is normally a sign that there is definitely something in it. I have said on this podcast, Jack, and you need to now give me my credit where credit's due. I've said from the whole of this summer that Jonny Rowe, it will be so good if we can keep him, but I don't think we will. And when you've got a player of that quality that can do what he does, that's English, that's young, that's a winger, he's so marketable. Like he's Jonny Rowe. He's got the pizzazz. He can score bangers from outside the box. He can dribble past players.
England
he's 2-footed. England under 21s. Like the guy can fucking walk on water. So no one should be surprised that clubs are coming in for him. However, I also understand and empathise with the fans that are enraged by the news that Norwich are even opening the door to a £7 million is the number. Now, at the moment, as I understand, Monday at 2:15, there hasn't actually been an offer put on the table. Those are the numbers that are being discussed, right? And at this stage, Norwich have said, nah, come back, because we're not listening to a £7 million offer for Jonny Rowe. And Leeds cocked around with Kenny McLean like this as well, by the way. So not particularly buzzing about Leeds at the moment. But look, I don't blame them for coming for Jonny Rowe. They've just lost Somerville. They're going to want to get someone in. Jonny Rowe is and was one of the best players in the league last season. Makes complete sense for Leeds to go in for him.
I think £7 million's the amount that's been quoted. It won't happen for that. Famous last words.
What do you think Jonny Rowe's worth? Seriously.
What do I think we'll sell him for? What
do you think he's worth, and what do you think we'll get?
I think he's worth 18.
Yeah.
I think we'll get 11. Oof. I think so. A couple of frustrations here.
And are you accepting that, given the contract situation? He's got a year and then a club optional year.
Am I accepting it, or is the club accepting it?
Either.
If Leeds come in for 10 million.
Yeah. You talking?
No. Take me out of it. I'm not involved.
Okay.
If Leeds come in and go, we want Rowe, here's 10 million quid in your 72 instalments, Norwich City say yes.
You think Norwich say yes to that? Okay. Well, look, let us know.
And I tell you the frustrations. It's Jonny Rowe. He's had a good pre-season. I love him to bits. I want him to watch him in Norwich City.
Yeah.
We are selling to a rival issue. At least Sarah's gone to Turkey. He's not going to be scoring against us unless we qualify for Europe.
Can we be real here, Jack? Sorry, you just said the word rival.
Played them in the playoffs last season.
Let's be real, Jack.
They are a rival. They're in the same division.
I think you're being quite optimistic there. And I respect that, but I think you need to be a bit more realistic. Leeds are going to be in the top 2. Norwich are going to have a transition season. I can't see us compete with Leeds next season. So you saying selling to a rival, I agree, but I also think you might be. You've got your yellow and green goggles on there a bit, mate.
And I think, I probably have. And I think this is the sad state that I'm not willing to admit yet of where Norwich are.
This is it.
We see ourselves, when I say we, I'm talking about Napa, Webber, Co. at the football club, the people responsible for these deals.
Yes.
They see ourselves as a mid-table championship team.
Well, do you think?
Yeah, I think they do.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, in that case, if they don't deem that, they are selling to a rival.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And more importantly, other championship teams see us as a mid-table club. The fact that they've even come in and attempted to offer £7 million is insulting. But they feel as if they've got a chance. It shows where we're at.
I want to hear from the Yellow Army on this. Let us know on social media, in the YouTube comments, what's Jonny Rowe worth? Would you even sell him? I can't even believe we're talking about it. I hate the fact we're talking about this. I want to watch Jonny Rowe next season, especially now we've lost Gabby. You know, we need that magic. We've got Borja signs. We've got Jonny Rowe. Without Jonny, I then look at the team and I think there's a real lack of creativity. What about this, Jack? Do you think they will play... Do you think they're thinking they'll put Kamara in Johnny's position?
Maybe. And they probably do think that they have a similar kind of replacement there.
I don't know.
Do you want me to make you even more sad than you already are?
Well, can we talk about something
positive?
positive?
I want to make you sad.
Come on then.
Jonny Rowe, he won't go for $7 million, but let's just say he will.
Right.
In 2017, we paid the same amount for Yannick Vilchka.
That is mental, by the way.
I'll leave it at that.
That is absolutely mental.
So, goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, Rowe.
Well, no. We might... Come on. Let's not talk it into existence. We hope Jonny will stay. I'm not optimistic.
So, from attack to defence, we conceded 3 goals against St. Pauli in 30 minutes.
Right, so something's boiling my piss about this.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I know it's pre-season, right? But I need to go to the other side of the fence now. I know I've been saying it's only pre-season, calm down, da-da-da-da-da. Our defence. No. Actually, that pisses me off. What are you doing laughing? Seriously, I'm raging.
Because if I don't laugh, I'll cry.
What on earth was that?
Yeah, it was bad. This is what I mean.
And I know it's pre-season.
Yeah, no,
I'm
really,
with
you here.
I am really concerned. I'm concerned, right? I do trust and believe in the new project, right? I'm really concerned that... I am concerned, just in case you didn't realise, I'm concerned that JHT thinks that Hanley and Lungi at the back of the answer, because that was our last pre-season game, and he said that, unless I'm misquoting here, tell me if I'm wrong, that we wanted to see the team near enough before the end of that pre-season that we would play. Now, I know Cordoba's injured, right? We've got something there. By the way. Yeah.
What is the latest on him?
Will he draw upon the experience of Shane Duffy? Shane Duffy is magic. He wears a magic hat. I don't know. Will he opt for one of the youngsters? Brad Hills, Jaden Warner. I have got this bad feeling that we are yet again in this position where we are playing Lungi at centre-back when we have got centre-backs at this football club. What's worse, Sorensen at centre-back or Liam Gibbs in the 10? No. That's poor from you. No, I'm just asking. That's poor from you. Right, let's go back to the point. Mate, you've got an agenda there, by the way. I've not got an agenda. My agenda, I'll tell you my agenda. Right, go on. I want Norwich City to win football matches. Okay. Right. I think he might be opting for Lungi because he's a good passer of the ball, so he can bring the ball up from the back. You're really clutching it. I know, I'm trying. Okay, here's the other thing I'm thinking about to then contradict everything I've said there, right? Here's what I'm... I love this stage of your... I really love this delusion. Because this is the stage... We've seen it a few times with Chris before. Where he starts to argue with himself. It's brilliant. I just sit here and enjoy it. Look, I just think it's important that... But fans think like that.
No,
They're not all.
I know.
We are.
We're walking contradictions.
We're a confused species,
Yes.
aren't we?
Yeah, no.
Especially Norwich fans. But let me know what your opinions are on the centre-back situation. Anyway, I do feel sorry for JHT, the Hoff, right? I'll tell you why I feel sorry for him. He's a coach that's been brought into the football club because of what he does and how he develops young players and gives them opportunities. He's got a track record in that, and that's what people rave about him, and rightly so. And now he's come into a football club where he is, let's be frank, stuck with a lot of experienced players and not a lot of young players. Now, someone would then say, including myself, Brad Hills. And we've been saying it, we're on the same page. Get Brad Hills starting. I'm still on that, by the way. But I'm thinking, he's the expert in bringing young players in and bedding them in at the right time. Is he going to deem Brad Hills ready for the topsy-turvy trials and tribulations of the Championship when last season he was in League
2? But it's still the EFL.
No, I know. And, as I said, I would start him. But I'm just trying to think like JHT. So I kind of empathise with his position. He's got all of these experienced players. He can't just not play them. I don't know. It's a really tricky situation. There is a big defensive dilemma at Norwich City right now. And I don't know what JHT is going to opt for at Oxford. But I have to be honest, I'm seriously concerned about our defence.
I think we're at that stage, Chris, where pre-season's always really tough. You're either winning loads of games and the squad's building and your expectations are so high that you're only going to be let down, or you go through a pre-season similar to ours where you're probably going to sell your best players. We've already sold one of them.
Yeah.
We've lost lots of games. Things feel turbulent. We're at that stage now where we just need to see us play some league action.
Yeah.
It's like when you're preparing for a job interview and you're thinking about all the things that can go wrong. You just need to get through it. I'm concerned for Oxford. I wasn't until that final pre-season game, and I watched that, and I've seen the few days after it of transfer rumours that I'm not liking, and I'm looking at that team sheet, and I thought, okay, if we start that 11 that we did on Saturday at Carrow Road against Oxford, we lose, and that's not me trying to get use hyperbole.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Hand on
Newly
heart.
promoted
Promise
side.
me.
Yes, promise you. If we play that team in a similar fashion against Oxford, we get beat on the opening day.
Right, here's what you are going to enjoy. As you would have seen, I've been very, very lucky enough to have been drafted into the Canary Call squad
Yes, I see. Well
for next
done.
season.
Can
Thank
I
you,
call?
mate. Much appreciated. You can call.
Can I give you a
Might even
boost?
be on if you're lucky.
Maybe.
And anyway, I've now, because of that, been doing some research.
Oh, you're fine. So the BBC rock up and you start trying. The
Mate.
years of TNC.
No. I've always done more research than you. Anyway, so I've been doing some research.
Do you know
on
the
Oxford,
name of the Oxford
on
Stadium now?
I mean, United. Yes, the Kassam. And what's been really interesting is their gaffer
Yes.
was the youngest gaffer in the A-League, right? So he's coming up against another young, up-and-coming, talented gaffer.
Yep.
Okay. He was then at Mumbai City, right? And broke all of the records within the City football group, because Man City own loads of clubs, right? So that means he's really good.
Yeah.
If City Group are hiring him, he's a really good up-and-coming coach, right? Then he goes to Oxford.
Yeah.
First season, bam, up through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? So the gaffer's good.
So
here's the
I
other
thought you were
concern
trying
for me.
I thought you
They've
were trying
just
to give me
signed.
hope.
No, I'm being honest, right? And they've also just signed an actually good winger, not the other one. They've signed an actual good winger from Crystal Palace on loan.
Right.
So I am slightly more concerned going into Oxford than I was in the last pod when I hadn't done my research. Now I've done my research, if I was to be ultra sceptical, I'd say I'm kind of thinking we might end up drawing, but I still cannot accept that we're going to lose. And I think it's disgusting that you've just said that. Why are you laughing again?
No, I agree.
Why are you laughing? I'm getting, mate.
Being a
we've
realist.
not even started a new league season.
Yeah.
This is disrespectful. You're laughing at serious concerns for this football club.
I'm not laughing at serious
You're looking at
concerns.
me as if I'm joking. I'm not joking. You are a disgrace at the minute.
Let's go to Twitter and see if they can cheer us up, because we're in a really bad mood, Chris Reed.
Yes, let's do that. And before we do that, we've signed a player. Ben Crescene.
Big Ben.
Big Ben, as we're calling him, because we can't pronounce his second name. Crescene?
Watched his interview. Bloody impressive speaker.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think, if you keep up with this attitude...
Me?
Yeah,
go on.
I might replace you with him. Other observation, incredibly white teeth.
Good.
And 3, I think he was born in like 2005, which really saddens me.
No, I'm excited for Big Ben, the new Big Ben.
Yeah, sounds good.
And it's good that he can now take the title away from Ben Gibson, because Ben Gibson was Big Ben, he's now Big Ben.
Absolutely.
Good.
Let's get a statement.
Is that it from you? That's it. We've signed him
Because
permanently.
you'll come up in the questions. Just give me time, Chris. Tyler Kirk.
Okay, go on. Hello, Tyler.
Actually, let's start with...
Easy, Tyler.
Max. Let's start with Max.
Max.
Statement.
Who's Max?
Max is a Norwich fan.
Oh, no shit,
I've got
Sherlock.
no information on Max.
just who's Max? That's all we've got.
That's all I've got. No
No,
bias.
he's got Hoff the Thorup era in his handle, isn't that so?
He says, I think we're closer to League One than the Premier League.
Max, that's shocking. No, I'm not accepting that. Max, that you've been listening to that man too much.
Do you disagree?
No, I completely disagree. We have to add the context, and we have to not let our standards sink this season.
Yeah.
The league is worse than last season. We're not. That's no. Don't go there. Don't go there.
If you want to cheer yourselves up,
buy some TNC merch
and take a look at what's going on at Watford at the moment.
Yeah, you dropped me a little WhatsApp on this.
Watford.
Jack dropped me a WhatsApp. Watford relegated. Mate,
Watch this space.
Really?
Oh yeah. The Orns. The Hornets.
No, don't worry.
The Yellows.
Don't worry.
The Golden Boys.
Elton John's Barmy Army. I mean, it's just the worst brand positioning in the English Football League.
Yeah, but when I say the Hornets, you know who I'm speaking about.
Do I?
When I say the Golden Boys, the Orns.
By the way, I know loads of Watford fans, and they're lovely. I just the club's marketing really triggers me. Anyway,
Harry, who's at is still David Wagner out.
Okay.
So maybe...
time for a change?
Yeah, time for a change. He says, question. This is the most negative I've ever felt going into a season. I feel we have 3 quality players going into this season, and all 3 don't have the best injury record, and I'm not entirely convinced by JHT. Am I being dramatic, or is League One a possibility?
Oh, fucking not another one. Mate, come on, read out some...
No, this is... I'm going through it chronologically,
No, it's
Chris.
not. League One is not a possibility.
Okay.
It is absolutely not a possibility.
Okay.
End of.
All right, you pick one then.
Right,
if
another
you're being
negative one.
Yep.
Daniel Emery, statement. If Thorup makes the mistake of picking experienced players over, he says here, better, academy talent, then fans will lose patience very quickly if results don't go well. Right, so, key word in that, Daniel, before we've kicked the ball, is if results don't go well. And I know I've got irate already over a 3-1 loss to St. Pauli, but we haven't kicked the ball in the league yet. So I agree with the sentiment. It doesn't... Would you rather lose... Here's my question to you,
this
Jack.
doesn't sound like a very good proposition.
Right, here's my question to you.
Okay.
Would you rather... God, I can't even believe this. Would you rather lose playing young Norwich City Academy players, or would you rather lose with experienced players on massive contracts that have got no sell-on value?
So the option is lose or lose?
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather lose with young players.
Well, this is my point. So...
I don't really want to lose, though.
Well, I know, but so I actually... I do understand where you're coming from, Daniel, basically. I do get that. I do get it.
Here's where I'm at. We've got a fine balance to strike. It's a results business, and JHT will be judged based off of results. But there's context here. I like JHT. I think he's impressive.
Yeah.
I like the way he speaks.
Yeah.
Of course, the proof will be in the pudding.
Yeah.
I think so far he's been dealt a really tough hand with the squad.
Yeah.
He's going to lose his best players.
Agreed,
and we shall see how we recruit. We've spent considerable money in terms of championship level on Jose Cordoba. Mm-hmm. We've not seen lots of him so far with whatever sort of knock he's got at the moment. We need to sign players. This is going to take time.
Yes.
I think we could have Pep Guardiola in at the moment, and he would, with this squad at time of speaking, struggle to get us
going,
right? So this will take time. Things do need to change. We need the Athanasia group to have more control and pump a bit of cash in. We need to reinvest wisely.
Yes.
Recruitment needs to be better.
Yes.
This can't be solely pinned on JHT. I get where Daniel's going in terms of if we...
I don't think he is pinning on JHT, by the way.
No, I'm not saying that.
But you're concerned that it might end up being pinned on him.
I'm just saying, if, let's say against Oxford and whoever we're playing in the Papa John's Trophy or whatever it is nowadays, Stevenage, right?
Yeah.
And we're playing Shane Duffy over Brad Hills.
Yes.
That might work in terms of performance, but it does set a tone. And that might be, for some fans, slightly concerning.
Well, it is quite chalk and cheese with what was spoken in the media about on his arrival, right?
Yes.
So I would understand why it would wind fans up.
But the issue that JHT has got is he has players such as Ashley Barnes, Shane Duffy, experienced players here on fairly sizable contracts, right?
Yeah.
Who will be expecting to play football. That's not his fault. He didn't bring them here. So he's inherited a squad, and now he's got to try and manage them. He came out with a beautiful line.
Go on.
He said that I think he said something like being a head coach is like being a parent to like 30 kids.
Okay.
You've got a lot of egos to manage. Everyone wants to play.
Yeah, of course.
You've got to manage that situation.
Yeah,
it's very easy for us and me to sit here, who's played a bit of Football Manager, to just sort of drop in players. Oh, Brad Hills definitely has to start.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want Shane Duffy banging on my office door going, boss, why am I not playing?
Yeah, true. I wouldn't either.
So
no, I wouldn't
it's
either.
not easy. And we saw it with Farker. We've seen it. You have to. It takes time to cultivate a squad that is genuinely yours.
Yes.
That was also an issue with David Wagner. Like it wasn't entirely his fault.
Yeah.
But he will be judged on results.
Yes.
So
let's go.
We can be as fluffy as we want. If we get battered first 10 games of the season, he probably won't be here.
Let's go positive. Chris Ormrod. I don't think I've been tricked there. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the channel. Let's read out the bio. They say class is permanent and form is temporary, but having neither is just plain unfair. Love
Good.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
He's from Hitchin.
Hitchin.
He's from Hitchin in England.
Hitchin,
he seems like a really good lad.
Hitchin
Chris,
Town,
actually.
known as the Canaries.
Yes. Anyway, statement.
Lovely place.
We need to trust in Napa. I'm certain he knew Sarah wouldn't be here for Oxford and has planned accordingly. It will take time to implement his strategy. We'll need to be patient and positively support the team more than ever. I'm with you, Chris, and we do need to talk about this, Jack. And I've seen a few fans post it already that there is this growing concern that things are going to be quite moany and groany, and we heard some boos at the pre-season game.
That was epic, by the way. Booing at pre-season.
Are you fucking...
It's just
epic.
It's just
epic.
funny, isn't it?
It's not epic though.
Oh,
well, it's fun.
just...
Wrong word.
Oh,
it's funny because it's daft.
It's just ridiculous.
It's funny because it's daft.
Yeah, it's epic in a balmy fashion.
It's epically ridiculous. Right. Okay.
When I saw that tweet, I laughed.
Because if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
It just, I don't know. Mad. Mad, isn't it?
It is, but the point is, I am also concerned that there's not enough positivity in the tank to sustain average performances that might, keyword, come, but they might not. We might go on to win the league this season. Who knows?
We've done 100,000 miles on the same set of tyres. Yeah, the thread on the tyres is starting to wear very thin. And we require JHT to give us an MOT to fit a new set, because if not, and we keep rolling on those same tyres, they're going to burst.
Right. Yeah, but Ben Napper and Dealer and Michael and the Athanasia group need to take us to the right MOT centre. And at the moment, I'm not sure we're going to the right MOT centre. So going back to the JHT point... Yeah. He can't change the fucking tyres if he's not being given the right MOT centre with the quality.
We've missed our junction on the M25 and we're going around in circles. Those tyres are getting thin.
That's a very interesting analogy.
Thank you.
Here we go. Oh, Chris, this is linked to the previous point. Chris Allen. Rant!
Are you just picking people called Chris?
Fed up of supporters losing their shit over us selling Sarah. We were told months ago we need to sell assets to be able to be sustainable. Happy for Sarah to get a big move. We will Move on and get a new fave player. This is a 3-year rebuild, so let's get behind the team.
Look, I get it. And that is the way that you should look at it if you want to stay sane. But we're humans. We're football fans.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about our balance sheets, right? I didn't go into accountancy. I don't care about that.
Leave that to Azoth Digital Accountants.
Leave it to them. They can worry about the numbers. The fact that I know we have to sell assets, right? It's the way that we're operating. That's still not fun.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I can cry about it if I want to. We've just lost Gabby Sara, right? And Chris is on here telling me that we might be starting Oxford with Sorensen at centre-back. Do you expect me to be happy about that? Seriously.
Let's do some quick fire. The Hoff, Sonny 2402686 says statement, I'm starting Hills this Saturday.
Yeah, me too.
Sam, NCFC Sam 22 says statement, Norwich get promoted. Sarge, top scorer. Thorup statue pending.
Wow.
I love this time of year for these. I love these really funky statements. Statement from Peter Skillen.
Great name.
Right. Peter Skillen. He looks like a top boy, by the way.
Yeah, of course he is.
Glasses, blue glasses,
Yeah,
bald,
respect.
but he's top boy.
Anyone that can pull off blue glasses, instant respect.
Okay, statement. The 3 guys who arrived from our fine city from Galatasaray got turned away from the Ivy Norwich Saturday lunchtime.
Oh.
I love a random shout like that, but there you go.
Oh, why?
It's just, I don't know.
Maybe no tables.
There you go.
Should have gone to the Unthanked Kitchen.
Well,
They'd have been welcome.
I agree.
Actually,
good point.
maybe they wouldn't have been welcome because the owners would have gone, they're trying to poach our best player.
Fun fact, the Unthanked Kitchen have just called their second dog Sarah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Well, the first one was called Zimbo. Got sold.
Another
Next one,
dog.
Sarah, got sold.
Please, to the Unthanked Kitchen.
Don't
faithful.
call the next one Johnny.
I was about to say that. You took my line, Chris.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Damn it.
Noah, who is put in his name the Panama flag and the brackets Deji Enjoyer. Question, are you okay with the Sarah move as long as it allowed us to keep our other promising players, Rowe, Signs, Sergeant Gunn, etc., etc., etc.? Noah, strap yourself in.
And that leads nicely into Jack, who says rave.
Rave, that's nice.
Rave? Because he sent this yesterday.
Go on.
Rave, Jonny Rowe is back. One of the few positives of pre-season is seeing him scoring again. Surely with the sale of Sarah, you think Rowe's staying.
Oh, that's a shame.
However, how much would you demand for him? Can't let him go for less than 25 million quid. To be fair, let's try and spin this into a positive.
Right, go on.
Now that we've sold Sarah and we've banked that cash.
Well, we've not banked. No. You need to be careful.
Okay, we've banked one of the 9 instalments.
Correct.
Does that mean we're in a financial position now that we've got a little bit more power so we won't have to sell Rowe at the first offer?
I think the answer to that is yes. And as I've said, as I understand it, at Monday at 2:30 filming, we will get reinforcements now. So that's a positive. So in response to that, yes, perhaps we'll keep our best players still.
Okay.
I'm just not optimistic about Jonny Rowe. Jonny Rowe is the one where I'm looking at that and I'm going, strap yourselves in, yellows. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
I guess
on the process, on the club, and on the fee. Strap yourselves in.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It is really going to hurt.
Well, that is Doyle. Sorry to interrupt you there. Finley's just put up Doyle. Finley H. Great point.
Well, we do have incoming rumours to discuss.
When we're filming, he's having his medical.
There's so much to discuss.
He's getting his calves massaged.
Yeah,
that's what they do at a medical, isn't it?
Yeah, they're sort of like
big calves.
Look if their spines in the right shape and the right shape.
And the right shape.
Good news.
Yes.
That's good news.
Yes, it is good news, isn't
Callum Doyle, exciting player.
Yeah.
I was actually speaking to a City fan this week. They were like, you got yourself a gem there.
And above that, I'll raise you. There are 2 senior members of the Norwich City team who are extremely excited by the signing of Callum Doyle. Okay, good. Yeah, like highly rated, and they've not directly played with him too. So I like that, and I thought I would share that. So we've discussed Rowe. That's Callum Doyle. Have we forgotten anything? Yes, there are a couple of other transfers. Right, go on. Rumours. Right, go on. Brad Hill's Peterborough interested. Loan deal. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Well, no, I know that, but will it, like, no. Don't think it happens. Can't accept it. Don't think it happens. I can't accept it. I can't accept it. I can accept him being on the bench. I can't accept the loan. That boy, the Bison.
He's not a boy, he's a man.
Yeah, I know.
He's a Bison.
Mate, the Bison.
Yeah.
By the way, just for Norwich fans to enjoy this, he's been absolutely battered by the other players for that nickname.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that.
Yeah, but you don't pick on a Bison.
Yeah, but that's the point.
You don't pick on a Bison.
Yeah.
He'll charge you.
Yeah. And actually, in the group at the minute, he might be a baby Bison. But boy, when he grows into a big Bison, a big boy Bison.
Bisons grow quickly. Very quickly. And the other transfer rumour, Bobby Clark from Liverpool.
Do you think Brad Hills is going to get on loan? I won't be happy with that.
Chris, if I've responded to that with yes, I'm in a horrible place. Yeah, I'm just going to say no.
Okay, yeah, good.
Even if I don't believe it, right? Because if I see any more players leave that I really like...
You might need to spend 2 weeks in the Lakens factory.
Season tickets gone. And I was reading the Times this morning, Chris.
Oh, God, you stink of the Times.
And the reason I read the Times, quality journalism, and on the back page, lovely whole page spread in the sports section, Great Yarmouth Town. Spotlight on Great Yarmouth Town, the brilliant things, an incredible ground, FA Cup win at the weekend, things are happening at Great Yarmouth Town. So here is and probably good news for some Norwich fans that dislike me. If we keep selling our best players, the season ticket at the Wellesley's happening. You can have my season ticket.
Yeah, good. I hope you have it. I hope you start supporting.
You know what? I hope so too.
Imagine that.
Great Yarmouth Town. The epic.
Hang on. TGYT. Talk Great Yarmouth. That just doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Me and Jack J, we'd have a ball. Right. We'd have an absolute blast.
Come on. Have we got time for a few more?
Yeah, why not?
Go on.
Oh, I thought you might have.
No, I'm not prepared. Go.
Harry Thompson.
Yeah.
You have to sell one of these.
That's a solid name, by the way. Yeah. Harry Thompson.
You have to sell one of these. Just quick fire. You can't give context. You have to sell one of these. McLean, Gunn, or Science.
Oh my God.
This is the issue with him.
I
we did quick fire videos, right, for TikTok.
I can't.
And he's like, just give me a name.
I can't. I literally can't.
Mate.
But mate.
Fucking hell, just give me an answer.
Go on, you give an answer. No.
Yeah, McLean.
The mayor.
Gone. See ya.
No. Why?
Because I can answer it. It's hard. Just have it.
I just can't.
Answer it.
Jack, I've just lost Gabby Sara. Don't put me through more torture.
Okay, Harry Brister, who is still on a yellow card.
Is he called Ben Dover
No,
still?
he's back to his real name.
Okay,
I'm watching you incredibly closely, Mr. Brister. So be careful. It's a statement.
Yeah, go on.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah,
and old habits die hard. Back the boys and support JHT. This will take time.
I love that from
Respect.
I love that from you. Let's have a bit of passion. No, come on. No, do you know what, Ben Dover? Good. That's got me right back in the room, Naz. Right, let's go to Oxford, and let's make some noise, pound our chests, get on the bloody Polish prince's back and say, we don't need you because we've got the Panama prince now.
He's injured.
But play him injured. Mate, anyway, going back to my point.
No, I like that from you.
Right? No, but come on. Let's remember who we are. Let's remember who we're playing.
No, I like that.
Let's make some fucking noise. The Yellow Army, come on.
Yeah. What?
Up in the old Kasam or whatever it's called, bouncing up and down with our, with our volcanic pocket pies and some sort of like crap carling or something like.
Can't take that in stands.
You get my point.
No respect. If you haven't got quality, you need passion, and we've just lost Sarah.
I think passion has been given a bad name by the football hipsters. I'm going to make passion great again. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting a new campaign. I'm getting a hat. Make passion great again. That's what I'm going to do.
Really good from you.
MPGA.
Passion 2025.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's become like
less XG, more passion.
Yeah, let's make a new one for passion. You know that XG's XG. What can we have for passion?
XP, expected passion.
I fucking love that from you. That's gold.
So in a celebration, when
Yes.
the Panama Prince just headbutted the corner flag. What's the XP of that?
What's the XP? Yeah, expected passion.
1 being the highest.
Yeah.
0 being the lowest.
Yeah.
Cordoba headbutting a corner flag is
Yeah.
like 0.95.
Yes. XP.
Let's see an XP
Yeah.
from Kenny McLean of 1 at the weekend.
I want a high XP from all of those boys. That's actually really got me going.
We've just
Anyway, go on.
revolutionised football analysis.
I think we might be onto something there, Jack.
Me too.
By the way, hashtag of the pod. That's right. If you've listened to this point, I want to see in the comments on YouTube and social media, hashtag XP. Oh no, all this. I'll give you another option. Hashtag make passion great again. Okay?
Yeah, I like that.
Make passion great again.
Okay. Do we want to quickly speak about Adam Eder?
Well, he's still, wanting to go to Celtic, and Celtic still want him, and Celtic aren't meeting the valuation. It's still ongoing.
Most unnecessary transfer debacle of all time.
The thing I'm really concerned about is that I feel.
I don't need more concerns.
Well, look, I feel for Adam, because if they don't meet his valuation and he stays because he's on a big contract here, then
knuckle down and crack on.
Well, of course, and I do believe that he will. But it's going to take time, because the lad's getting absolutely battered at the moment from all angles, and was booed in the pre-season game. And I think that that's a real sad, sorry state of affairs. And so I hope that if he is to stay, Norwich fans can get off Adam's back and really support him again. That's what I really hope.
But I get it, and I agree with you. To sit on the fence a little bit here, if you don't turn up on time to your pre-season camp, having just signed a fairly punchy contract, I mean, what do you expect people to say to you? Oh, well done, mate. Yeah, crack on.
No comment.
Okay, fine.
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go on all day, couldn't we? Oxford is happening.
I wanted to say that that's helped my mindset.
It's probably not.
It's really worsened it.
I actually think, though, this might have been required.
Yeah.
This podcast was a bit of a counselling session. But let's channel a bit of that Oxford spirit that we had 5 minutes ago, yeah? Let's go to the Kasam. Let's batter them. Come on. Yeah? And do you know what? Fine. I take it back. With the defence thing, yeah? Play Duffy and Hanley, and let's just break them. Let's just barge them off the ball. Brexit, I don't care. Just win. Just beat Oxford and bully them.
And then worry about everything else after we've beaten them.
Do you know what I will not be happy with? And I'll tell you right now, and I'm going to put this on the record, okay? If we somehow lose to them at their place and PP scores the winner, TalkNorwichCity P45, give it to me. Okay, fine. I'm done. I'm done. I can't come back from that. Yeah. I genuinely don't think I can't face the camera anymore if that happens.
So if Pumas Opaheta scores the winner against us, you're done.
Don't forget to use the hashtag XP and hashtag make passion great again. Don't forget to buy Talk Norwich City merchandise, and more importantly, above all that nonsense, make sure you enter the Talk Norwich City Fantasy Football League. All proceeds go to Big C Charity. £10 entry and you might win some silverware. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Saturday, and I was working earlier at my desk, and on the left hand side of my desk, I've got the Oxford tickets there. Yeah. And I looked at them earlier, and this sense of dread overcame me.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not.
No, mate, I just can't believe you're even putting this in the room. I can't. You actually feel like that? That is so worrying. And given, have they given us much to hope for? Probably not. But no. It has surprised me at how miserable and cynical and negative you are being.
These bits of bad news, if kind of.
But what happens if we sign 3 players before Oxford?
Oh, winning the league. Callum Doyle, Bobby Clark, and someone else.
This is what I've got to deal with. This is what I have to deal with.
I just need the season to start.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Win, lose or draw, I need to see something.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fine. But at the moment, I'm nervy. And I think that's okay. We will see you at the Kasam on Saturday. I'm really not looking forward to it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Make
It
some
will
noise.
be fine.
Make some noise and back the boys. You know how this works. It's all doom and gloom, and all of a sudden, Shane Duffy is magic. He wears a magic hat. He leaps like a salmon. He smashes it in.
Yeah.
He rips off. He rips the shirt.
Yeah.
He rips the shirt. Yeah. Pounds his big hairy bare chest, and shouts up the island. And all of a sudden, you're thinking, yeah, let's have a bit of that.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I needed that. All right, cool. Fine. We're doing it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week for the dissection of the Championship opener against Oxford United. See you, everyone.